Welcome to On Brand and Off Topic with your hosts, Aaron Ellis.
Imagine meeting the love of your life and finding out that he debates Brady versus Rodgers with strangers on Twitter.
Jimmy Christensen.
Hey man, I look at the internet.
And Todd Varney.
For as not confident as I am, I'm not unconfident either.
It's time to start the wait. What are we doing here?
Hey everybody, and welcome to the series premiere of On Brand and Off Topic, the sports-ish podcast that nobody asked for, where we talk everything sports and then some. I am your host, Aaron Ellis, and with me, as always, the dynamic duo, Todd Varney and Jimmy Christensen. What's up, fellas?
Not a whole lot. Excited for episode 1. It feels like forever since we've talked, even though the three of us literally are in contact all day, every day. It's just good to be back recording with you guys. Excited for it. Jimmy,
yeah,
how's your wife and my kids doing?
My wife is doing great. Your children are doing fantastic.
Great.
Hadley's in bed now.
How old's Winston now?
By the time people listen to this, he'll be 1 week old.
That a boy.
Yeah, so he peed on his face today. We were changing his diaper, and I did not cover his the old pee in time, and just golden showered himself.
Yeah, that's for sure Todd's baby.
Yeah, that's a Varney thing. Yeah.
I think his first words after that, he looked at me, just eye contact, and I'm pretty sure he whispered "golden shower." And I was like,
yeah,
"Okay, man,
that sounds about
dude."
right. Yeah. Nice.
First words, how sweet.
I know. Yeah, he picked some good ones.
Does he have a job yet?
We've been trying. I applied to the post office and stuff, but so far nothing back.
Okay, yeah. Never too early to start.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to start paying his rent before I kick him out and live with you.
That's not an option. That's not until he's potty trained. You know that.
peeing on his own face isn't potty trained?
Yeah, that sounds.
That's how you do it.
Not quite.
Yeah, that sounds deliberate. Anyways, we're already off the rails.
Aaron, how are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking.
The golden shower talk for you all.
Yeah. I don't have experience with that. I don't have any equipment to help me pee on my face. So sorry, I can't relate.
I'll Amazon something for you. I'll get it to you.
Thanks. You're a good friend. So we thought we would start off this episode with just kind of introducing ourselves, because there might be some people that have no idea who the hell we are.
If they're lucky.
Right. So the 5 people listening to us, maybe there's one person that has never heard of us before.
Yeah.
So I'll go ahead and start. My name's Aaron. You can follow me on Twitter at Heroine, HEROINE. That's kind of where I hang out most of the time. And this is a general sports podcast, but the 3 of us met because we're all big Packers fans, and we did have a podcast called Whiskaholics, and we decided to expand. So my favorite football team is the Green Bay Packers. My favorite basketball team are the Chicago Bulls, and my favorite hockey team has been in the past the Chicago Blackhawks, but that's TBD because of some scandal that's been going on right now, and we don't have to talk about it, but not sure if I'm going to continue my fandom or not. So maybe a Kraken fan, really excited. And baseball, I don't care for, so I don't have any allegiance. So a fun fact about me that you should know going into the show is if I laugh too hard, I will snort. So brace yourself. It will happen when I'm hanging out with these 2 dudes. So
oh, snortski. Oh,
there it is.
Yeah, get used to that. All right, Jimothy, how about you?
Yeah, so kind of like you said, we obviously all connected, when we started working for Game On Wisconsin, because we're all big Packer fans. So that's my number 1 team. If I had to pick in second one, I've been a huge Rams fan since I was little because of Marshall Faulk. He was my favorite player for the longest time. So that's kind of my 1 and 2 team right there. For basketball, I'm a big Bucks fan. Todd is now too, since we went to Game 6 at the Deer District.
Big basketball
guy. So as baseball, Todd taught me a lot about baseball, and he told me to always root for the Cubs. So I think I'm going that way.
Jimmy.
No, went to my brewer game with Todd. We're pretty much celebrities now, no big deal. Hockey, I'm a big Mighty Ducks fan. And fun fact, I sometimes when Todd brings up smoothies, I lose control of my laughter and make really weird noises that I can't control. So
Yeah.
that's the noise. I cringed when I was saying it too, so I was like, I'm gonna have to hear this fucking noise again.
You're never gonna live it down. I'm so happy it was recorded. You should also say your Brewers fandom goes back to high school, I think.
God damn it. Yeah.
That's also that's another fun fact.
Yeah. My claim to fame is I took a racing sausage from the Brewers to prom my sophomore year. So, I think I might be in the Hall of Fame there, but I'm not sure.
Mhm.
I think that's coming up in the next couple of years. It's gonna be me and her. She's in her full costume and everything, just grinding away on the dance floor. 369, damn, she's fine.
Hot.
Todd.
All right, Todd.
Incredible stuff. Yeah, I'm Todd. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever, at the Todd V. DMs are always open, ladies. So feel free to jump in there, say what's up. Please attach a picture. Just it makes the vetting process go quicker, to be
Do you
honest.
know they have profile picture for those things? Like,
Listen,
you go to
listen.
Instagram, it's just pictures.
Listen, we'll get there. Okay.
All right.
Favorite teams, obviously Packers, Brewers, Badgers, Predators. Big Nashville Predators guy after this year. This is my first year being a hockey fan. And obviously, as Jimmy said, big Bucks fan. Loved the NBA for years. Diehard Bucks fan. I now own one shirt that I bought from a guy off the street when Jimmy and I were going to the Deer District for Game 6. So
What's it say
obviously, and it says, it's on the front, it says straight out of Milwaukee, and on the back it says, bitch, I'm a Buck. So, I mean, how can you tell me I'm not a Bucks fan? Bitch, I'm a Buck. Probably best $25 I've spent this year.
He was a stand-up guy.
Yeah.
And fun fact about me, I hate fun facts. Like I always thought that those would die at some point.
Never did.
I work for a Fortune 500 company that literally, like, every time we have a meeting with new people, they're like, let's go around the room and introduce ourselves. And then where you're from, how long you've worked here, and a fun fact about yourself. And I couldn't tell you a single fun fact I've ever said in any of those. I just like black out and go with the least interesting fact about me, which I don't even know what that is.
Well,
But for sake of the show, I'll come up with something interesting. I'm really good with knowing which hotkey to hit. I'm just like usually lagging 3 seconds behind because I only half pay attention to what the hell we're doing here.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, now that I know that you hate this kind of introduction, I'm so glad that we did it.
Yeah.
Like, really
Let's
happy.
just start every show with the fun fact. Every show from now on, but just Todd, not us.
Fun facts with Todd.
Fun fact, this is about to be a one-person show.
All right, let's head into our first segment. Kick things off with where do we start? Normally we will start every episode with this, but
Interesting
yeah.
concept.
It's a fun fact, isn't it?
Mhm.
I hate you.
So in NFL news, guys, this week football is back. We
Thank the
will
Lord.
have football every week until mid-February, starting this week.
Sucks it's the Cowboys, but
Right.
I'll accept it.
And the Steelers. We've got like an accused. Never mind, we won't go there.
Yeah,
But yeah, it is what it is. But it's football, so it's like pizza. Like even bad pizza is good. So even bad football is good.
You guys, I don't know. I think this might be the first time in a while I'm actually excited to watch a Hall of Fame game. Usually it's one of those things I watch for a little bit, but I'm like, for some reason this year, it just seems like this break from the Super Bowl till now has been extremely long. I blame Rodgers for that.
I was
but
gonna
it's
say, as
just
Packers
so
fans,
long.
that's why.
Ugh, I'm so happy it's back.
It's good to see that Big Ben finally dedicated himself to football. You know, I mean, it's incredible to see. I'm guessing what it was is I read a thing one time that said, like, when you turn 30, you should try to be in the best shape of your life, buy a suit, and always be able to fit into it. I'm guessing Ben's doing that for 40. Like, okay, I got to get I'm almost 40. I got to get the best shape of my life. I'm going to buy a suit. We're good. I'm going to be buried in it. So it's good to see him just really dedicate himself to this. Also, I hope this starts the downfall of Mike McCarthy getting fired at some point this season or immediately following the season so that I don't have to get a tattoo of mashed potatoes on my ass.
I forgot that's the thing. Who did you make that bet with?
I think I just threw it out into the atmosphere. And I'm a man of my word. My word is oak.
Like, nobody asked him. He's just like, I'm gonna do that. Like,
I think, yeah, I just said it. I have a
just-
problem where I just say things.
and you know, to kind of round out everything from, you know, the football season starting, the last rookie signed a contract. Zach Wilson signed a contract today. Was it today? Yesterday? Not really sure. It's Tuesday night. I don't know what's going on. So
hang on. It's Monday night.
Dumbass. Oh, we got our first one.
Oh, Snortsky. Oh.
Whoops. It's been a really long day. Yeah, so I mean, rookies are all under contract. We're ready to go. Ready? Let's.
Yeah, he signed it last Wednesday. So almost a week. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. In probably the biggest NFL news of the week, Carson Wentz has to undergo foot surgery.
Who saw this coming? Like,
I'm assuming you, Todd.
Carson Wentz hurt? No.
I know,
No.
shocking.
He's always healthy.
Absolutely shocking.
Did you see the timetable for him though? Like, it's the biggest fucking time.
Like
It's
4 to 12 weeks.
Yeah, 5 to 12 weeks is gonna be out. Like, okay. Thanks for narrowing it down there, Doc. What the fuck?
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what the Colts do because, I mean, this is their guy. I mean,
Yeah.
There's a few names that have been thrown out there. Nick Foles kind of hinted that he would like to go there because Nick Foles is basically QB3 on the roster right now for the Bears. So he kind of hinted that he would like to be traded today. And
Has that Frank Wright connection.
right. And I didn't mean to say that, but yeah, correct. There's also speculation that Jimmy Garoppolo might be traded. But the 49ers have claimed he's going to be their starter week 1, but we'll see depending on what the Colts might offer. Because the 49ers also called about Aaron Rodgers. So I'm not sure they're as committed to Garoppolo as they say they are.
And from what everything people have been saying is Trey Lance has been looking really good in training camp so far. So if they think he's ready week 1, Garoppolo's definitely getting moved out.
Yeah.
Well, Shanahan did say today that Trey Lance will not be their starter week 1, which
never heard
obviously that's 100% accurate and not subject to change at all. I don't know. I think the Colts are okay. I mean, they got Brett Hundley there now, and that's the way that guy can chew gum.
He can play real good.
Yeah. If he could throw a football as half as good as he could chew gum,
Touchdowns.
fuck it. Hall of Fame.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what the Colts do. Well, nothing yet as of 8:15 p.m. Central Time, Monday.
Monday.
And the Browns extended Chubb today.
Phrasing.
I'm so immature.
I honestly, when I tweeted that out today, I guess it's a sign of maturity for me. It didn't even, the innuendos didn't even cross my mind. And then first and foremost, of course, Aaron is in my mentions, just being an absolute perv with it. And it spiraled out of control from there.
extending and chub that you doesn't make you think like how could you whatever. But
I was like, hey, that's a good signing. I mean, shit.
did it make your chub extend?
I mean, the Browns are my second team, so yeah, it's what I do find funny though is that for as good as the Browns are for the Browns, like being a Packers fan and seeing this team, like they're so much better than where the Browns are. But Browns fans are still like, we've got a shot. We're there.
Yeah.
Like, no, you don't. It's not close. You do not. Like,
I just want to hug Browns fans. They've just been through so much. I just feel bad for them.
yeah.
But it's a 3-year, $36.6 million extension. So good for him.
It's a good deal though. I saw today he averaged 10 yards per carry in the fourth quarter last year, which is just fucking insane. Just bench Baker in the fourth.
Hey guys, while we're talking about extending chubs and good deals, would this be a good time to talk to you guys about Load Boost?
Great time.
It's a supplement for men's sexual health that, among other things, increases semen volume, orgasm intensity, and increases ejaculation power.
I'm so glad you brought this up, Todd, so I can read this next line. Aside from helping you shoot ridiculous porn star loads, Load Boost's premium blend of active ingredients, pygium, saw palmetto, zinc, and other supporting nutrients is formulated to improve prostate health and function, aka bust big ass loads.
Come like a porn star.
And guess what, guys? You can try Load Boost today risk-free by going to loadboost.com and using promo off topic to get 10% off, or click the link in the episode description. I had one
click
job.
the links, guys.
So yeah, try it out and come like a porn star.
If you're wondering why Todd has so many kids, Load Boost.
All right. Moving on. The Olympics are happening right now. Which is crazy because I feel like there's not a lot of hype this season. Or this year with the Olympics. There's just a lot going on, and COVID's kind of made it a little bit lackluster, I think. And but the biggest headline from it is Simone Biles has pulled out of a handful of events because she's having issues with her mental health, specifically something called the twisties, that Todd, I believe, understands.
Yeah, I read about this last week, so I'm glad that you told me like 20 minutes ago that I had to try and recall this week.
Okay, I asked if you could. You could have said
yeah,
no.
I can sum it up, I guess. I read an article, believe it or not. I don't remember who it was by or where I found it, but they talked to, I think it was a diver, actually, and it might have been a Twitter thread now that I'm thinking of it. But I did read somewhere that the twisty is essentially your body when you're doing flips and twists and all the crazy shit that Simone Biles and other gymnasts can do while they're in the air. Your body has to learn that muscle memory and figure out the equilibrium for when they're supposed to prepare to land or tuck or do whatever they're supposed to do. And you kind of get in your own head to a point that your body, you stop telling your body when to do it. You start doubting it. And with some of the moves that Simone Biles does, if you start doubting your ability to know when you're supposed to land, that's dangerous. Amongst all the other pressure that she has put on her. And, you know, I think it gets overlooked a lot of times. Some of the other athletes that we've seen the pressure get to, you know, you look at Michael Jordan retired early a couple of times. Good for her for understanding where she's at. And unfortunately it happened to her on the biggest stage because she's, you know, her opportunity to just show the entire world how much higher above she is than every other gymnast that exists ever.
Right.
Yeah.
She's totally agree. The actual GOAT. That the term GOAT is thrown around all the time and
Too much,
you know, way too much. But she is the greatest gymnast of all time. No comparison, no doubt at this point. She's doing things people have never done before.
She can make one tiny mistake that people probably do in every routine, but because it's Simone Biles, is going to be judged at a different level, which is going to skew everything. And that's just a ridiculous amount of pressure to have on someone.
Yeah. I mean, she's she's playing on like expert and everybody else is playing on rookie, but yet she's getting scored the same. Like it's
which is just horse shit in general. But she did say that she is going to return for the balance beam competition. So I'm excited to see what she can do. I hope she's in the right headspace and everything is okay, because I feel, you know, I don't want her to do this because she feels obligated to. And I don't think she does, because I feel like she probably would have gone through with her other stuff if she felt that. So
did you guys see the it's kind of little karma going back? I forgot who this tennis guy was, but he was giving her a hard time saying like, you need to get used to the pressure at this spot. And then he broke his racket, kind of had a little tantrum at the end of his match, and then skipped his double swings for the Olympics. So after he was kind of shitting on Biles, just completely fucking tanked himself.
Yeah, he chucked one racket into the stands, broke another one, and then pulled out of his doubles match.
Hey, dude, you gotta get used to the pressure.
Little baby back bitch.
Yeah.
Speaking of the Olympics, we're gonna move into our weird moments in U.S. history segment. Can you guys guess what this segment is about at all?
Is it about sex prevention beds?
It's not. Cardboard beds.
Now I'm lost.
You didn't know that the Olympic
the Olympic Village, their beds, all the Olympians' beds were made out of cardboard to try and curb them having sex. Because obviously the only way that Olympians, the people in peak physical condition, the only possible way they can have sex is missionary on a bed.
Right. Right. And there's a mattress still on top of it. So it's like you could just pull the mattress off and put it on the floor if you don't want to be on like the hard ground.
I've done that at hotels with shitty beds. Squeaky ones. Yeah.
Thanks.
See, I don't. I want neighbors to hear. Let them have a show. That 10 seconds, they're gonna know what's happening.
Or call the police.
Or that, yeah, one of the noises I make, probably.
All right. Well, anyway.
Sounds like there's a woman crying next door.
Knocking on the door. Des answers. Oh no, sorry, that's just my husband.
Is there a farm animal in there? Like, what's going on?
It's because the load boost makes it intense. Super intense.
Well done. Use code OFFTOPIC for 10% off your order. Loadboost.com. All right. So on this week's our first segment of weird moments in U.S. history, we went with an Olympic theme. So the 1904 Olympics in St. Louis was a shit show. Like, think of this show times 1,000. Like, just an absolute mess. So specifically the marathon event. First, the entire course was super dusty, and that caused all sorts of injuries, which included a runner being hospitalized and with hemorrhaging after the dust tore his esophagus and stomach lining.
Holy fuck.
Then the organizer of the race purposefully withheld water in order to test the effects of dehydration. So the whole thing was just an absolute nightmare from the start. But wait, there's more. There is more.
You timed that perfectly. I thought I was going to spit water.
Yeah, that was close.
Oh, I didn't even realize he was drinking water.
Yeah, I almost watered the carpet.
So Fred Lors got first place. He hitched a ride in a car to the end of the course after he was struck with serious cramping. He got out shortly before the finish line to cross it, which fooled some onlookers, but he apparently claimed he did it as a joke. Thomas Hicks, who came in second place, was given a mixture of egg whites and strychnine. I don't know how to say that. Before the race, which is a poison that is often used to kill rodents or birds.
Jesus.
He did it as an attempt to like use it as performance enhancing. And he had to be carried across the finish line by his handlers. And the fourth place finisher, Darren Carabajal, he was a Cuban national who raised money to attend the Olympics. He ran the entire length of Cuba, and so people gave him money so he could go compete in the Olympics. He gambled away all of the money when he arrived in the States. And he showed up.
My guy.
He showed up for the race in dress clothing because he didn't have money to buy like a proper outfit. outfit. So another runner used a knife to cut his pants into shorts. And then the guy stopped roadside at an orchard for a snack during the race, but the apples were rotten, so he ended up getting stomach cramps and had to sleep it off on the side of the road.
And he still got fourth place.
Yep.
Oh
An
my gosh.
absolute shit show. I mean,
So-
what the hell? 1904. What was going on?
I'd watch that over this Olympics, honestly.
That sounds incredible. One, like, just, hey, I wonder what happens when people get dehydrated when they're running. So let's not give anybody water. That's a start. What year was this?
1904.
Okay, that's incredible.
I'm really disappointed we don't do marathons like that anymore. People end up hospitalized with torn stomachs and people
I'll call
getting
Tokyo.
sick.
I'll tell him to take the water away.
Yeah.
Let's see what dehydration and coronavirus can do to people.
Yeah, so that was weird moments in U.S. history. Now we go to one of my favorite segments, Good News, Bad News, where these two guys have a couple of news stories for me. One of them has good news, one of them has bad news. We'll just go straight forward. Give me the good news.
All right, I got you on this one. All right, so we all have to deal with a bunch of bullshit, like scam calls all the time. I get like 3 a day. I blame my dad for this because we have the same exact name. So I'm convinced that I get some of the calls he's supposed to get and they just double on me. But we all like all those, like, this is your student loan or your car insurance is up, all that bullshit. So this lady in Australia was dodging it forever because she was getting this like unknown number calling her nonstop. And so she finally answered it. Thankfully, she did, because then she found out she won $1.47 million in the jackpot lottery in Australia. So homegirl was very close to just not getting her money because she thought scammers were calling her. Thankfully, she answered, and she is now a millionaire. So
That's
answer those
amazing.
scammers. You know, if they say you could pay off student loans, fucking roll with it. Maybe it's a lottery.
Right. Maybe the new lottery pays off student loans.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I'd take it.
Yeah, scammers, if you're
like-
listening, we got a new thing for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
I like when they call
incredible.
me when I'm like in between meetings, so I've got some time to kill, because I'll just mess with them. Like if it's the ones that are like tech support or trying to help you with your computer, I'm always just like, yeah, those damn kids always downloading stuff. Give me a minute. It takes this thing forever to start up. I kept a dude on the phone for 20 minutes one day, just pretending like I was waiting for my computer to start up. It's fantastic.
I used to, when I was little, my parents were always gone, or like they're at work, so I'd be at home and they call, like telemarketers would call, and we like caller ID at that time would show telemarketer. So I would always do that. They asked if my dad was there, and I'd be like, "Oh no, he left for milk. That's been about 8 years now. I don't know when he's gonna get home." And they'd always get like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry."
That's great. Get them to send you money.
Yeah, I'd be like, "I'm home by myself the last 8 years. Can you please send me money?"
Yeah. Have you talked to him recently? If you do, tell him to come home.
Yeah,
'cause
tell him I miss him, and I really want that milk.
He said we were going to play catch when he got back, and I still got the ball. Let's.
Yeah, I've been bouncing that off in my garage every day for 8 years.
All right, give me the bad news, Todd.
The bad news is there is a piece of cake coming up for sale for $400,
Oh God, Todd bought it.
and you
That's the
can't
bad news. Todd has it.
eat it.
Oh, I was going to say Todd ate it, and so we're going to experience the effects of it shortly.
No, this is a single piece of a 40-year-old cake from Prince Charles and Lady Diana's wedding.
So why can't you eat it?
Why?
That's the part I don't get.
Because it's 40 years old, Jimmy. You can't eat 40-year-old cake.
I don't know if they
The
kept it in
large-
the fridge, I'll eat it.
The large slice of cake, icing, and marzipan base is from one of the whopping 23 official cakes made for the iconic July 1981 wedding. And it certainly looks the
23.
part with a sugared onlay of the royal coat of arms in gold, red, blue, and silver on top of a white icing base. There's also a silver horseshoe and decorative borders along the top and bottom. So somebody that was, I don't know what an employee of the Queen Mother means, but Moira Smith, who was an employee of the Queen Mother, was it was her piece of cake that has
Yeah, the
been
Queen
sitting
Mother.
in plastic wrapped cake tin ever since. And they're saying, which I was saying this be a hell of a lot more than 400 bucks.
Right.
That's what I
For
was
400 bucks, I
thinking.
might get in on this.
And then
Is it on
eat
eBay?
Yeah, but Jimmy, I'm gonna need you to go pick that up for me.
I got you. Yeah, Todd had me pick up a Devontae Adams jersey today. And I was thinking, like, okay, cool. And I meet this guy in the parking lot, and he's just not chipper at all. I'm trying to have a conversation with him. I was like, oh, what's up, man? Ugh, okay. Comes right over, puts in the car, and just stands at me looking for cat. Like, doesn't say a word. I'm like, all right, man. Like, thanks. Gets in his car. I texted. I was like, he was not personable. This is bullshit.
You,
I was trying to make
yeah.
a friend.
yeah, he
Jimmy,
he definitely did some.
Maybe you
he
should have went to the
definitely just
public pool, Jimmy.
Yeah. Hey, you want to swim? I have my
Watch
shark
me-
goggles. I
watch
bought
me
some.
dive.
Hey guys, I can do a front flip.
I would have beat the shit out of you if we were friends when we were kids.
Now you just do it with words.
Yeah. Now I just bully you.
All right. Well, can't wait to see what person buys a piece of 40-year-old cake.
You already know it's Todd. Let's just cut
So-
the shit.
Yeah.
What's up?
Is Prince Diana the one that got killed? Didn't a prince get
Yes.
killed or princess get
Princess.
Yes. Yeah.
killed? That should be way more than $400 then.
Right.
It's a
I
murder
can't
victim's
believe that.
cake.
I wonder if I buy that and I eat it, if it doesn't come explicitly with directions that you cannot eat it,
Sue the fuck out of him.
do you think I could sue the royal family?
Yes.
Yeah.
Except it's a employee of the queen. So
The Queen Mother.
queen mother. So honestly,
Yeah.
that might just be someone down the street of the palace. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they could make like 20,000 a year. Like that's
No, this is on the royal family for letting that piece of cake leave the property.
You know?
Alrighty. Let's move on to our offensive and defensive players of the week. Let's start with offense. Who wants to go first, fellas?
Let's start with Jimmy because he has updated his
Yeah.
since we started, and it's not even a full word.
Yes, it is. Sugar. That's a word. All right, so I know you guys are gonna love this. Obviously, I'm a big UFC fan, and as we were doing the show, I looked on Instagram for a second, and Sugar Sean O'Malley got a
That's a real
tattoo.
person.
That is Sugar Sean. Okay, so he won the Contender Series while Snoop Dogg was announcing it, like being the commentator.
Yeah, that's a real
Afterwards,
thing.
It was. Look it up. Snoop Dogg was announced like he just get drunk and high and would be the commentator. Anyways, he won,
Speaking of
got a
getting drunk and high, I think that's what happens to you when none of this happened. Okay, so
Anyways.
your imaginary friend Sugar got a tattoo.
of himself on his neck doing after he won his fight. He did like this balling thing. He jumped up. He always does like a little swoosh thing because he was a Suns fan there in the finals. Suck it. They lost to the Bucks. But he got that
Bucks and
tattooed on
six.
his necks. On his necks. He has one neck. He got tattooed on his one neck of himself. So, you know, he's known for his offense in the cage. And I saw that and I was like, you know what? I have to reward you with my offensive player of the week.
God, really glad that you're focused and paying attention to the show, that you could see that on Instagram while we're recording and update that. So really,
You're welcome.
really
I'm just glad to know I'm not the only one that does that.
Todd's posting pictures of his feet on Instagram the whole time.
God.
OnlyFans is where the feet pics go.
Oh, sorry.
Todd, who is your offensive players of the week?
Yeah, I got 3 in there.
That's what she said.
Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant. Nice. Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant, and Javier Baez are my offensive players of the week for getting traded from the Cubs, and they all hit home runs in their first games with their new teams. Oh, it's just, I love it. I love that so much. It was incredible to see. I'm glad the Cubs are just imploding. They're going to call it a rebuild, but they're imploding, and it's fantastic, and I love every second of it. So shout out to those guys. My new favorite Yankee, Met, and Giant going out there hitting home runs.
My offensive player of the week, also a trio. is the Jamaican women's 100-meter race team. Nice sunglasses, Todd.
Try to see my eyes right now.
They swept the 100-meter race, including the Elaine Thompson-Herah, who won it in 2016. She actually set an Olympic record. So yeah, kudos to those badass women. All three setting records, and well, not setting records, but all three just sweeping the podium. So good for them. Yeah. So moving on to our defensive players of the week.
Jamaican women's runners have won like every gold in the 100-meter going back to like 2008.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're like dominant.
And they just stay winning.
Yeah, and the woman that won, she's like 34. And like
that's
a mother.
Not that old.
but you're talking like you've got gymnasts that are like 16 years old competing. And
what was
you've
Usain
got
Bolt this year? Wasn't he like damn near 40?
I have no idea, but it's just like super impressive. She's like a mom, and yeah, it was just
34.
super.
Yeah,
super
moms
badass.
can still do things, Aaron. Okay.
Yeah, so sexist.
Shut the fuck up.
Grow up.
Anyways, defensive players of the week.
Todd for defending moms and older people. To Aaron, just
DMs are open, ladies. DMs are open.
Send pics.
Yeah, but send pics. They're open.
They don't have to be nudes.
I'm not misogynistic, but send pics.
Yeah. My favorite line from Todd is anything relatively feminine. DM me. Wasn't that it?
Yeah. Is your name Terry? We can work with that.
Just Terry from Brooklyn Nine-Nine sends you a picture. Hey, man.
Oh, Snortsky. Oh.
Todd, anything remotely feminine, Varney.
Anyways, my defensive player of the week, Bobby Portis, re-signing to come back with the Bucks. This is Bobby's world. We're just hanging out in it.
Yep, former Bulls legend.
Is this my Chicago Hawks?
Yeah,
it is.
Okay, so my defensive player of the week is Darius Leonard of the Colts. He got super offended by Madden, rating him like the 6th best linebacker, only an 89 overall. I thought he was the best linebacker in the NFL, but he got super pissed. So he retweeted that out with a bunch of laughing emojis. I think he put out another tweet calling him out, but I just love when NFL players get pissed off about a video game ranking. I don't know. I love it just because I wish I was in Madden, and I guarantee if I ever was on a video game, I'd be super pissed that I wasn't a 99 overall. So I don't know. I just think it's funny that they are as petty as I am.
Every time I've made Todd Varney in a video game, he's been a 99. So I don't know what these guys are mad.
My defensive player of the week is Kirk Cousins. And this is ironic because it's Kirk Cousins, but him and 2 other quarterbacks for the Vikings are in the on the COVID reserve list. Kellen Mond, the rookie that they drafted, tested positive for COVID, and Kirk and Nate Stanley, their other quarterback, were close contacts. So they are on the COVID list. And it's so funny because last year, Kirk Cousins said, in referring to COVID, if I die, I die. So we're, wait and see in the next couple of weeks. We're going to see what happens and how this plays out. So he challenged COVID. So we'll see what the fuck happens. But
did you see Mike Zimmer was like, if you want to see the players, just go in the parking lot and see who's waiting for COVID testing. Like, I think he was asked, like, who are the players that didn't get it? He's like, if you want to see, wait in the parking lot. He's calling them out all the time.
Yeah, he said he's like super frustrated, and he was basically saying, the one quarterback that they do have on the roster right now, Jake Browning, is vaccinated, and he was kind of like, talking that up, and he's been so vocal about vaccination, so he's kind of throwing his 2 teammates under the bus. But so now we're gonna head into our other sports stories. Even though we're like way behind. That's okay.
Episode 1, you're supposed to go long.
Yeah. Phrasing. So Todd, you got any Major League Baseball talk?
Yeah, since you guys are usually pretty interactive with baseball talk, I'll get us back on schedule here real quick. The trade deadline was last Friday, and it was pretty incredible. There were 56 trades made last week. A lot of big names moving around. I already mentioned Brizzo and Baez, along with Craig Kimbrell, also was traded from the Cubs to the Chicago White Sox. Just a quick little trip across town. The Brewers did acquire Eduardo Escobar to play third base and move around the infield for them, which has been a big time need for them over at third. Some of the other notable ones across the league, the Blue Jays acquired pitcher Jose Barrios from the Twins, one of the better pitchers that was available on the market. Joey Gallo joined Anthony Rizzo in going to the Yankees. And the big one that happened was Max Scherzer and Trey Turner going from the Nationals to the Dodgers. So the rich get richer on that one. Max Scherzer was the National League starter in the All-Star game this year. And Trey Turner, pretty solid infielder as well, with, I believe, another year on his contract there. So that will probably work out all right for those teams.
Yep. Like you said, the rich get richer.
Baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball. Yay.
Go Cubs.
So
Jimmy?
Jimmy, what's happening in the NBA?
Yeah, so this is actually my favorite time of the year for the NBA, just because of which is funny because it's the off season. I guess I'd just say it's the favorite time of the off season. Just because there's a lot of players moving around. Free agency just started. So the big one that kind of started it was Russell Westbrook got traded to the Lakers on draft day from the Wizards. And then today the Heat are probably making the most noise out of anybody. Signed and trade for Kyle Lowry. Signed Jimmy Butler to a huge extension. It's like 4 years, 100-something million. I think it's like
get it.
J-Butt. I think it's like 154, 144 million. Suns re-signed Chris Paul. So throughout his career now, by the end of his contract, he would have signed $446 million in contracts, which is just insane. But besides that, the Bulls, your Bulls, Aaron, are the other team. They got Lonzo Ball, Alex Caruso. But there'll be a lot of more moving pieces. But the biggest one, obviously, not biased at all, Bobby Portis going back to the Bucks, which
Huge.
opens up for them to sign PJ Tucker to at least $15 million.
No.
And also sign somebody else to a $5.9 million. Am I wrong?
PJ Tucker signed with the Heat.
God damn it. PJ Tucker signed with the Heat?
Yeah, it happened.
Again?
Shams tweeted it 47 minutes ago.
God damn it.
Yeah.
Man, he was our dog.
Yeah.
Why would he leave? You just
He's a
won a
dog.
chip.
2
You just won a
years.
chip.
2 years, 15 million.
15?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I'm glad I could break this news to you.
Well, now they can go
Sorry.
get a shooter.
Why would he leave? You just won a championship. Whatever.
Jimmy's
You
gonna
know,
cry.
good luck, PJ Tucker. I still love you. I'm just mad you're not on the team. Love you. Hate you right now.
Jimmy down!
Yeah, I'm so butthurt right now. I'm so butthurt right now.
Give it up, Jimmy. It's like a cruel bitch mother.
I was looking for that hotkey. I was like, this is a perfect time for that.
Bullshit.
Well done, Toddley. All right. Well, I'm sorry that your heart is broken. But,
Yeah, let's move on from the segment. I'm pretty upset.
Yeah. Well, now let's head into our random shit segment. And this week, we are going to play Love Hate. This is our OG random shit moment. And since we've been talking Olympics and the Olympics are still going on, we are going to do Love Hate for summer Olympic sports. We're basically I'm going to list 3 really popular ones and 3 really random ones. And me and these guys are going to say whether we love or hate them. So simple as that. So we'll start with probably the most popular, swimming. I love it. I love the swimming competition.
I'm going to go hate.
Of course you do, because I said love.
Well, I'm not knowledgeable about the sport of swimming. I understand it's like you got to be the first one back to touch the wall. Like that part I understand. And there's different types of swimming. However, I don't know who any of them are when they're in the water. I don't know who's who. And I also, when they're out of the water and they have like their head cap on and their goggles, I don't know. I hate it.
They literally have like the lanes. They're like, they use like a computer and they put who's in what lane.
I don't believe in technology.
No, because there's waves around them. I can't tell who's in front and who's in. I don't. They splash. No splashing.
I'd like it more if they had shark goggles. I'd watch it for sure.
Fins.
I'd rather. I will say I would rather just spend an hour watching Jimmy run around a pool as a kid.
I'd like it more if they threw a shark in the pool.
Smart.
That would be intense.
I'm gonna go. Sorry, Aaron, you're by yourself. Ever since Michael Phelps retired, and he's done, right?
Yeah.
I stopped watching him after. Yeah, I thought he retired, and then I thought he went back. I didn't know if he retired again.
I like that. Ever since he retired. Wait, did he retire?
Because I want to make sure I wasn't missing.
Did he
out.
swim this year?
I don't know shit about the Olympics this year.
Well, he's a pot doer, so I don't think
I was
he
about
can
to say,
Olympic anymore.
A pot
once
doer.
They gave him shit about ripping a bong. I was like, come on, guys. He just won us a bunch of gold medals. Let him. He can do meth for all I care. If he can keep swimming like that, let him live his life.
Meth might be a PED. I don't know if I'm all for that.
Hey, if you can be on meth and beat everybody else in the world, you deserve
it. Jimmy's Olympics would include meth and sharks.
If I was in charge of sports, they'd be way fucking better.
And give the sharks meth.
Now we're talking. I'm shooting
meth sharks? Are you crazy?
Throw them in the pool. Whoever survives.
No.
Well, we have our title of this episode, Meth Sharks.
All right.
Better than Todd's title for our practice episode. Jesus.
The second most popular sport in the Summer Olympics is gymnastics. I love gymnastics. It's just like they make it look so easy. Like I could go like flip around on the bars or whatever and just be like, yeah, I can do that. They make it look effortless.
Patreon page, Aaron doing gymnastics.
I'm not signing any waivers, so I can sue you guys. Yeah.
I'm gonna make it 3 for 3 on this. I love gymnastics, not only because they just look so graceful and make absolutely impossible things just look like a piece of cake, but also, Aaron, I know I sent you the video, I think, of the girl on the uneven bars that fell. Did I not? Oh my God. I'll send it to you guys. She was going did a flip and was coming down to grab the bar to swing under it again, missed it, landed flat on her face, jumped back up, started again and missed it again and landed flat on her face again. It was absolutely incredible. I love that she was like, no, I'm going to get back on and I'm going to do this. And then literally within 5 seconds. And then she was like, fuck, okay, no, fuck this. I'm done. But it was incredible.
I'm just really proud of Todd that he's talking about gymnastics. And once he said, not just because they look, I thought this was going downhill real fast. Too. And then he brought it right back up with graceful. I was like, okay.
Me
not
too.
Where I thought this was
going. Growth. He's showing growth throughout this episode.
He's ignoring us now. Yep.
Hey, phrase it.
No, and actually, I watched the thing on Caitlin Ohashi last week.
I think Todd is delayed. I think he was talking about when I said growth.
Yeah, I was. I told you, I'm 3 to 5 seconds behind.
Well, fucking, that was 20. Let's not say 3 to 5.
That was
That's because I was trying to find this thing on Caitlin Ohashi, and then that happened, and I had to scroll. I had to switch. I got a lot going on over here, okay? Maybe if you guys would hire me a producer, I wouldn't have to do everything.
Anyways. Next, soccer.
I hate soccer.
Yeah,
I
it's
say
dumb,
hate.
stupid.
I mean, I don't have a problem with soccer, but it's not as exciting because it's more publicized than any of these other sports. So it's not as like exciting. It's not like exotic. It's not, we see it all the time. So it's like,
Well, and there's also like, I feel like there's always big soccer tournaments going on throughout the world that like, I don't know which one's supposed to be important.
right. The U.S. won something today.
Yeah,
in Mexico,
And that
but
wasn't
it
the
was
Olympics.
No, I don't
It
know
wasn't
what-
the Olympics?
No.
Like 2 weeks ago, there was like two
fuck?
different tournaments going on at the same time. I watched almost 30 mints of a soccer game. It was incredibly boring, but I was in it, and I don't know what tournament that was in. I was tweeting about it, and then I found out that the game actually happened the day before.
Oh my god. Too funny. All right, ping pong. Love.
Who doesn't love ping
Yeah.
pong? Shut up.
Especially Olympic ping pong. It's insane. It's like crack. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's like their own crack. What do you guys? You
just
guys
do
both
ma-
love?
I'd say
Yeah.
compare it to meth, but yeah.
So one of the random ones that I picked was I didn't even know this was an Olympic sport until this year.
I don't know how this
Dressage.
one's an Olympic sport.
Dressage, which is also known as horse dancing.
Love.
Have you
obviously.
seen it?
No.
Have you got? Oh my god, Google it.
I
real quick.
saw the one because the one chick had like a DJ put together like an EDM mix for her and her horse.
Ooh.
And it really irritates me because since it was something different, it was all over social media and I had to watch it. And that's 35 seconds of my life I'm not going to get back, you guys.
Todd, you watched that chick fall on her face twice.
I watched that video 1,000 times. No, shut up. I'm going to send it to you
Yeah.
guys quick.
Oh, can't wait.
I'm watching this horse dancing right now.
Yeah, is it
The horse
really
is just prancing.
right? That's an Olympic sport. Yeah, but wait until you get you figure out this next one. So do you guys love it or hate it? I'm gonna say hate. It just is weird to me.
I love it because it's weird.
I hate it.
This is something I'll have Hadley do. Be like, hey, you can ride a horse and have it prance around and get a gold medal.
All right. Final one.
Hold
is
on.
Ra-
I just sent you guys that video. You have to watch
Okay.
it.
I'm gonna watch it live.
All right, Todd,
here.
introduce our next one.
Next up, we've got race walking, which I'm going to go out and I'm going to say I love race walking because it reminds me of just like those middle-aged suburban women. Like they've got the ankle weights on and they're just burning calories, but they're wearing khakis and like a collared shirt through the neighborhood. But they mean it.
Yeah, race walking. It looks like everybody has to like shit their pants. They're like about to shit their pants. They're trying to.
If you guys ever see me walking like that, get the fuck out of the way. Okay, something bad's about to happen.
Sorry.
Oh, Snortsky. Oh.
That was a Jimmy snort.
Was that another Jimmy snort?
No, that one was a.
Oh, geez, I'm not gonna hit the button again.
Okay,
but
so
but Todd, what I was gonna say, race walking. It looks like you've eaten a 40-year-old cake and you gotta get to the bathroom. So
I'm watching this guy from China right now, and he has hips like Shakira, just going left and right.
don't lie.
This is just jogging. This is seriously just slow jogging.
This
is how I run.
I want to be an official that determines like what's. Oh no, that was too fast. That's like.
This is how my mom dances at weddings. It makes me think of the old people at the mall that walk.
Do you know?
Walk around the mall in the morning.
Hold on.
They're spraying water on themselves like they're sprinting. What the fuck is going on?
It's different from running in that one foot must appear to be in contact with the ground at all times. This is assessed by race judges. How do I get that job? I want to ruin people's lives.
I
Change your
seriously-
whole life for this, huh? Guess what? I saw a point when it did not appear. That's open for interpretation. It didn't appear as if both feet or you had one foot on the ground. So sorry about it. Get on the plane back home, loser.
Seriously, every time I'm at a mall now and I see like an 80-year-old mall walking, I'm gonna assume they're training for the Olympics.
You should race them.
Yeah, like, hey, motherfucker, I watch race walking.
You could be the nerdy kid at the pool. Hey, your foot left the ground.
Hey, try that again. Disqualified.
All right. So do we love it or do we hate it?
I hate it. I'm gonna watch it, but I hate it.
I know. I hate it. It's so fucking weird. Just jog.
I hate it because I'm
jog.
reading about it right now. I also hate it because it's sexist as fuck in the Olympics. That they do two different lengths, 20 kilometers, which is men and women, and 50 kilometers, which is men only. What a mess. What a mess. I won't have it. I'm boycotting the rest of these Olympics. When are they over?
I don't know.
Well, I'm not watching them anymore. Not that I've watched any of them
I
so
was gonna
far,
say,
other
have
than
you
that,
watched any of it?
other than that one clip of that chick falling about 1,000,000 times. No.
All right. Well, fellas, this is our wrap-up time. So, Jimmy, tell the folks where they can find you.
Yeah, you can follow me on Twitter at Jimmy_C08. Anything I write for Pack Report or Game On Wisconsin will be posted there. Pack a Day every Thursday with these lovely people with on brand off topic. I was gonna fuck up the name. And then every Wednesday over at Game On Wisconsin, 7:30 Lambeau time. We do Lombardi's Bar. Todd, myself, and Dan. So check that stuff out.
Oh yeah. Todd Lee?
Absolutely. You can find me at the Todd V on all the socials. Like Jimmy said, Wednesday nights, I am over at Lombardi's Bar on Game On Wisconsin, 7:30 Lambeau time. You can also find me primarily Monday and Friday on Walking Off podcast, Brewers and other things baseball podcasts that we do. So check that out at Walking Off Pod. And then here with these clowns. On what day, Aaron? What day?
Tuesday.
There you go.
Hey. And you can follow me on Twitter at HEROINE. I also run the socials for Game On Wisconsin at Game On WI. So you Wisconsin sports fans, mainly Packers content over there. They actually sponsor our show. So, you know, we're cool with them. And also
Tight like gloves.
fun, exciting news. We have a Patreon page.
Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen.
True that.
We will put this in our bio and we'll tweet it out. So if you guys do want to support us, we have some awesome perks, including, you know, you get to watch the show live. So you get to sit and it's like torture. Watch us behind the scenes as we record these shows, as well as, you know, some perks to hang out pre-show, monthly happy hours that we'll be having, just all sorts of cool shit. And you can find us at patreon.com/onbrandofftopic. Follow us here follow us on Twitter at onbrandofftopic, and Instagram also the same handle, and facebook.com/onbrandofftopic. I'm gonna fuck that up every time I say it. I keep wanting to
did
switch it.
so good with it though.
Thank you, appreciate it. So
Todd's cool. Yeah. Todd's cool.
oh my god, we almost made it the entire episode without that clip.
That's pretty upsetting.
I know, so close. But thank you guys for listening, and we will see you next week on Tuesday. First
Yep.
thing. Yep. Thank you guys. Bye.
Oh,
Okay,
same time.
bye.